William J. Burns, C.I.A.ABD. According to officials, the director came to Qatar Doha for a new negotiation tour aimed at release more hostage held in Gaza on Tuesday. Both Egypt and Qatar had important roles in the pledge talks. Tatar is hosting Hamas political leadership in Doha, and recently, Qatar officials are talking about how to potentially expand the hostage versions with Hamas representatives. According to an official briefing, Qatar announced on Monday that Israel Hamas have agreed make a pause for 2 days fight for more hostage and prisoners allow Gaza get help. A U.S. official said Mr. Burns' talks in Qatar would aim to build this agreement. U.S. officials have deeply involved to make an agreement to release the hostages taken during the Hamas-led attacks on Israel on the 7th of October. Hamas and Israel finally reached an agreement on November 21, and the stock exchanges began after that week. During first 4 days Alashkes, 50 Israelis or bilateral citizens were released under Agreement of Agreement 19 Pledge 17 Thais. A Philippine a Russian-Israeli bilateral citizen in exchange for release Israeli bilateral citizens. Israel paused military campaign in Gaza, allowed more aid to flow to settlement, released some Palestinian prisoners. Although some American officials said that military campaigns of Israeli officials should continue, they expressed the hope that temporary pause could be expanded to a more permanent ceasefire. Israel is concerned that some Hamas hostage versions will separate children from their mothers or broken brothers. During the talks held this month, Israeli officials put pressure to release all families of Hamas and stressed that they did not think that Hamas had negotiated to American officials at the weekend. These concerns were sufficiently handled to expand the pause on Monday and accept additional negotiations in Doha. Mr. Burns was chosen to represent United States in the hostage talks after Israel chose to work with Qatar government make an agreement. Neither Mr. Burns nor Mr. Barnea did not negotiate directly with Hamas officials instead of working through Qatar intermediaries. President Biden often used Mr. Burns as a secret negotiator, benefiting from his long diplomatic experience and CIA's policy of trying to keep the director's trip secret. However, Mr. Burns is particularly suitable for the current negotiations. According to ABD, Israel and Arab officials, a former ambassador of Jordan has a deep level of confidence in the leaders in Middle East. At the beginning of this month, Israel, Jordan, Egypt and QatarHe focused on creating support for an agreement to release hostages.